My journey leading up to joining of Relativity Fellows program was like getting on a roller coaster ride for the very first time.
My parents never worked in corporate America. My parents are immigrants and they've always worked hourly jobs, shift work, really had to grind and hustle all of my life.
Being enrolled in a 2-year paralegal studies program at Wright College with full-time status. On top of that, I was also working full-time, doing various things in the restaurant industry, from being a busser to being a food prep. Eventually, I became a barista. In addition to that, I also worked as a delivery bike driver, all while studying to acquire my paralegal certificate.
For me, I've always been one to jump at opportunities of professional and career development programs. I'm a recent Urban Alliance intern, which is how I learned about the Relativities program.
COVID hit, and when COVID hit, I was a bit worried for myself, seeing that I was just getting internship to internship. I was thinking about how companies are not going to want to do interns this year because of the fact that, everyone's trying to keep their employees, and that's it. Thankfully, through my network, I was actually able to connect with someone at LinkedIn, and through that experience itself, I've been able to join the Fellows program, and now having this experience to finally be placed and have an actual career is amazing as well.
OMG, what would I say? I would say...
The first word that comes to my head, which I'm just going to roll with because I genuinely feel like that's how I feel, is exhilarating.
I would say that it has really taught me how to be a professional.
My biggest takeaway has been learning that anyone can succeed in this field if you're ready to put in the work.
How to leverage the different networks within the company that I'm currently in.
It was great, the level of support that I got from day one, and then just throughout my whole journey with the Fellows program.
And reaching out to individuals.
For me, research is a huge thing, and my part of making sure that I understand exactly what I'm learning. I think my biggest takeaway is really just taking in as much knowledge, a lot of understanding of the legal industry and the tech industry.
How to cultivate different relationships.
Take a hold of those networking connections that you make and utilize that.
How to show up and bring my full authentic self to a professional environment.
It's one of those things that have been embraced with open arms, and I can't speak any more highly of everyone, of how we've all supported each other, of how we've all been cheering each other along, been helping, been shoulders to lean on.
I've come to learn how open people are within the organization.
What I've learned from Mike, the CEO of the company, is that he doesn't care if you don't have the skill sets in the actual field that Relativity has to offer. But if you're willing to learn, come right aboard. And I love that style of opportunity and work because you don't really see that often in the work environment. So to come to a big company like this and see that he's welcoming all types of individuals with different backgrounds and different skill sets to learn how to navigate through this Relativity software is a dream come true.
I really can't speak highly enough of the program anytime I talk to anyone.
It's safe to say that I feel confident and proud to call myself a fellow at this point, and advise anybody interested in the field at all to take a look at it or even be a part of it.
Recognizing that opportunity isn't always distributed equally, while talent is.
Relativity is actually my big break into a full-time position. Prior to this, it would just be a lot of rejections and pushbacks and denials. And at first, it took a lot to try to get over that. Being that Relativity took me in definitely helped make sure that I shouldn't be ashamed of how I get to my goals.
Taking meetings with individuals throughout the day, throughout all day, this is all new to me. So I've never been in a position where I'm constantly on Zoom calls all day. I've never been in a position where I'm constantly communicating with different department people. So I'm talking to somebody in the tech field. Now I'm talking to somebody in sales because I just want to have ideas.
So really enhancing my communication skills, getting those emails out, making sure that I'm always on top of letting everybody know where I'm at and how to get in touch with me.
So I've really grown into using my voice since starting the program, which is something that I always seem to struggle with in the past. Everyone that we've had the pleasure with of talking to throughout this entire program has emphasized that speaking up and asking your questions is crucial when it comes to growing your career and steering, the direction of that ship.
In previous internships, you give your typical, what can be better, what can I do better? But I feel like with the Relativities program, you really receive that critical feedback to help you grow professionally. But not only that, you're giving feedback to help the next relativity class.
I've recognized that, and I've learned to assume the responsibility that moving forward, it's our duty to ensure that we're reaching to untapped talent and in order to make a difference, to create that opportunity that they might not have acquired.
So on a personal level, the Fellows program is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've never had a paid holiday in my life. Now, I work in corporate America for an awesome tech company. I get paid holidays. I had no idea what that was until I started working for Relativity. All of that to me is mind blowing. On a personal level, my life is just so different now.
Before being here at Relativity, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know about my career, who I am outside of work. What am I doing in work? Am I learning anything too? Is another thing that I would just beat myself up about. But give myself a clear sense of direction. Being here was the most important thing for me. And then meeting the people who helped make an impact on that too. Help me not only professionally, but at the same time personally, to make sure not only do you know who you are at work, but know who you are outside of work too.
I feel like personally, the Fellows program has also made such a lasting impression on me to be the best advocate for myself, to really know my worth and to know that I'm capable of more than what I think.
Being able to communicate better, being able to be open and reliable to people, as well as being open to being helpful, just the huge level of help and support I've received, I've learned to be that same way.
This has been one of those programs where it's been, instead of one thing that you learn new today, it's just it's a bucket just thrown over your head of it. You're just fighting it off, but you love it.
It's not only learning all of these skills and getting these certifications, you have all these people who you meet, they all understand that trying to figure out where you want to be, where to plant your feet, where to start growing your skill set. They all have had those experiences previously, so they're all on your side in this. You're gaining soft skills of connecting with people, learning about how to talk to managers, how to send emails properly, how to work on Zoom calls. All of those different skills are still being gained throughout the program. So it's not just learning the e-discovery world. You're learning how to start your career as well.
I couldn't imagine where I'd be without this program right now, both professionally and personally. I've allowed to actually take control of my career.
Thinking about the way that I grew up and what my future looks like is night and day. It couldn't be any more different. The struggles that my parents had growing up, I will never see those things. My kids will never see those things because of the opportunity that I have through this program.
I'm very grateful for this opportunity because it's really just a starting point of our careers. We can continue to seek knowledge and education, and as a result, we have the opportunity to continue to mobilize not just for ourselves but our families and people that we may know in our community.
I've reached back out to my high school and college friends to let them know, hey, it doesn't matter if you come from a minority neighborhood or a broken windows theory neighborhood. It's all about how you continue on through your path. So setting a bridge for yourself to go on. And I did just that. And I am humbled and grateful to be in this position personally and professionally. graduation is around the corner. And with graduation being around the corner, I am one step away from actually having a career opportunity. So once again, I am definitely humbled for this, and I cannot wait.
Before I embarked on this journey through the Fellows Program, I always believed I was destined for something much more meaningful in my professional career. Now that I am at the end stages of the Fellows Program, it is no longer a belief, but it has been proven. This Fellows Program has instilled in me that through hard work, dedication, and the support of great leadership, we can accomplish almost anything.
Great question. So the advice that I would give is to always show grit. Never give up, especially, during these hard times that we're facing. Do not give up, because although this is a good opportunity, it's not an easy one, but it will be so fulfilling once you complete it. So do not give up.
Never give up, even when it seems so tough, because you always have a team of individuals who only want to see you succeed.
I would say don't be afraid to fail and be authentic with yourself.
It may seem incredibly scary at first, and where it's like, I don't know if I'm really up for this. You kind of have that imposter syndrome moment where it's like, did I really deserve this spot? Do I really feel like I should be here? And making sure to understand that you should know that you should be here.
Be willing to put yourself out there and let people help.
Come in with an open mind. Know that you're not going to know everything that they're telling you the first week or even the second, third month. You're going to figure it out, though.
These are individuals. It's a company and an environment that fosters help and support. You're not alone. So showing up and really speaking up is something that I would say is important and vital that will aid you in success.
Just be open-minded to everything that's offered to you, because you never know what you'll learn. It'll definitely broaden your skills and your mindset being here at Relativity for sure.
Just make the most of your time here, getting to know the really great people of Relativity, and just have fun with it. Everyone at Relativity, whether you have spoken to them or not, is rooting for you to succeed.
Stay in contact with all of your networking connections that you make. Utilize those connections, and in the same token, give back.
Take full advantage of the opportunity that has been placed before you. Cultivate and grow your social network as much as time allows it. Lastly, enjoy the ride of your life. Good luck.